Hey, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Joche and I'm your go-to girl for all things real. So today I'm going to be talking about dating someone that's locked up. I'm going to be talking about how long is too long. I've gotten this question a lot and I decided to make a separate video about it. I am going to encourage you to watch all the videos in the series. A lot of people just watch that first video and they're like, yes, I'm going to wait for my man. I'm going to wait for my woman. And it's going to be 10 years of you waiting and things may not turn out how you expect. If you watch the show Life After Lockup or Love After Lockup, a lot of it is reality TV, but there are some real things into it. Recently, Tracy from Love and Life After Lockup, she actually passed away. I found out on Twitter from WeTV retweeting somebody in the family, I think. That is a devastating outcome. You know, Tracy was trying. She was fighting. All right, I'm not sure how she passed, and I'm not trying to talk about her in a negative way, but that's an outcome that people don't talk about a lot. When you're dealing with somebody who has an addiction problem or just has a problem with staying out of trouble, there's that risk that their addiction will win. There's that risk that their lifestyle is going to be more important to them in the moment than their love for you. And people ask me all the time, like, how long is too long? Like, should I wait? The risk is that they're going to go back to their old habits. And if you didn't know them before they got locked up, you don't really know them. Sometimes you can meet somebody while they're locked up and connect, and they be a great, happy, loving relationship. You have a better chance if the person is someone you knew before, but also if the person got in there and they don't necessarily have like a desire to go back to those old ways. People learn how to influence in there. You have to stay alive, you know? And so there's people out there who will fund a person in prison because they're lonely. They have the money. They're not worried about money. They need companionship. And for some reason, they're just not able to get it from the people that are not locked up. So they love being able to do it for people that are locked up because they will communicate with them regularly. They will say the things that they want to hear. And they're not able to get that in the free world. If you're dating somebody that's locked up, I think you need to ask yourself why. Is it because you love them, or is it because you don't love yourself enough more to do better for yourself? When I was dating my ex, it was definitely a mixture of both. Like, I loved him, but I don't think I loved myself enough to realize that I didn't deserve that situation at the time in the way that he was giving it to me. It's not just going to jail, you know. It's also like him not being faithful before he went to jail, and me still deciding to wait, and me deciding to be supportive and kind of put my life on hold for someone who wasn't even showing me beforehand that they were serious about me in their actions. Anyone can say they love you. Anyone can say that they're going to marry you when they get out. Anyone can promise you a boatload of things, but at the end of the day, if they're going to actually do it or not really depends on their character and who they are. If they are battling with addiction, if they're battling with the streets, maybe they're in a gang or something like that, and it's like they want to do right, but they feel entitled to do things that you're not going to understand if you're not involved, sometimes it's better to walk away. Nobody wants to hear that when they've invested their time and they're in love, but imagine the 2 or 3 years that you might have built, maybe longer, is only 2 or 3 years versus you waiting 5 years and then they get out and they disappoint you. I have literally been written several times from people telling me about how they decided to wait, and when the person got home they stopped talking to the person, or they moved in and they completely became a monster. But the thing is, they were already a monster. It's just that we didn't want to see the beast because we were in love with the beast. But when the beast is in your face, you then see, like, you're really not the person that I thought you were. And so I'm gonna encourage you to really do what's best for you. And although it may hurt your feelings, what will hurt even more is knowing that you waited a long time for somebody that wasn't worth it. And I'm not saying that everybody is not worth it. Some people get out and they thrive and they do a 360 and they prove themselves. But don't put your life on hold regardless. That is not your prison sentence. That's their prison sentence. That's their jail time. That's their consequences for their choice. And if they're there because they did something stupid and it wasn't like they did something that was protecting you or your livelihood, like they weren't doing something illegal because they had to in order to survive, it was a choice, then you still have your choice to decide not to wait. If they were mistreating you before, consider it a reason for you to move on with your life, because just because they're down right now, that does not mean when they get back up they're going to remember that it was you that had their back. If you do decide to wait, I encourage you to do what's best for you throughout. Don't go broke funding somebody else's experience. Don't not do things that make you happy funding somebody else's experience. And that includes moving, that includes taking job opportunities, that includes travel, that includes denying a nice person that's here in the free world ready to date you, all because you are still hanging on to your prison bae. Like, if it's meant to be, when prison bae gets out and prison bae is handling business and able to actually give you the love that you deserve and you still want it, then be with prison bae. But don't put your life on hold. The thing with having a background of any sort, whether it's a misdemeanor, a felony, a couple felonies, you have to get creative with making money when you get out. And so you could definitely be a content creator. You could definitely start your own business, but it's not gonna be easy. You may never have that life that other people are able to have because of what your partner is restricted in being able to do. They may not be able to get a passport. They may not be able to travel the way you can travel. If they're on house arrest, they literally won't be able to go anywhere. Do you want to just be sitting around in the house with him or her all the time and you can't do anything? Like, I think people sometimes get caught up in the idea of having someone, but they don't really think about what that really means. And so I think that those are all things that you need to think about. If you're young and you're under 22, I spent a lot of my younger years, like from 18 to 23, involved in relationships, plural, that I just could have washed my hands with sooner. Like, I was the finest I had ever been in my life. I was in school. I was really smart. I had so much going for me, and I was just really spending a lot of my time focusing on men that didn't deserve me. And I think that in hindsight, what I would have told my younger self was just live your life. You have that freedom. You don't have to work. You don't have any kids. You don't have any responsibilities outside of getting this degree, sis. Don't worry about him. More men are going to come your way. You are popping. You are beautiful. You are worthy. You can find someone else that will give you that vibe, and it'll be even better. And I did end up meeting better people when I moved on. I really did. I really, really did. And so I'm not trying to discourage you from the love of your life, but I am going to discourage you from letting your life pass you by because you deserve better. And as far as how long you should wait, it really just depends on you. Like, how long do you want to be empty inside? How long do you want to feel neglected when you see your friends celebrating their Valentine's Days and their Christmases and their birthdays with people that are here, and you can't really have the person that you want because they're in there? And if they are disrespecting you from inside, cut it off. I've literally seen, even on Love After Lockup, but I have seen these people behind bars controlling people on the outside and disrespecting them. And I'm like, have several seats. How can you run my life when you're in there? Why would you let that person run your life? Like, no. I don't know, like I hope I'm not coming off in a way that's condescending or hurtful, because I'm not trying to be. I'm just trying to encourage you to do better, because you deserve better and you will find better. Don't let your insecurities about yourself limit your potential to get the best that you deserve. I do want to thank you for watching this video. Be sure to comment down below with your experiences. I love to hear them. You know, I love talking in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.